What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout, and I'm here with Harvey, who got 16th place with BARDOCK Crew. With BARDOCK Crew, everyone. Wow. How you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Nice, man. Like, first off, congratulations. BARDOCK Crew. Yeah, I talk a lot of smack about Bardock, but like this one is actually very cool. So, how come you chose Bardock as the leader for this event?
Honestly, I just liked Bardock. I was nostalgic for the apes within the old set, so when I saw there was a new deck that was focusing on the apes, I just knew I had to buy all the yellow cards and start playing the deck.
Nice. You know, that's actually what I did after you showed me this list. I already have this deck in the mail. So, for viewers who don't know what Bardock does, because this is an older one, he's from BT18, can you quickly go over the leader?
It has a pattern-like effect of when you play a battle card, you can draw a card. And if you have 4 more Bardock's Crew in visible areas, you can awaken. He has the same auto on the back side as it does the front side, apart from works on your opponent's turn. When he attacks, you can combo Bardock's Crew from drop to help you build his energy. And you can switch off your Bardock's Crew cards to rest mode to kill one of your opponent's cards to rest mode, which has an effect that works off the Apes autos.
Okay, we had this deck on the stream. This deck played like very aggressively, man. Like the amount of aggression that you were able to put out with the Apes was very scary. It was very scary indeed. So speaking of Apes and the deck, let's just dive into it with the first card being Bardock Crew Leader. 4 copies of this one. Yeah, so this is your tutor, right? So you look at top 5, you grab something.
Correct. It's also a draw 1 of lead effect, so it's a tap 1, draw 1, look top 5. Which works great for consistency.
And go.
Also, because it's permanent, it makes it a 10k, which can be useful against matchups like Android 21, of where you just want to rush them down, as quickly as possible. And against decks that don't want to awaken early, you can use this to force that awakening out of them early within the game.
Gotcha. Yeah, so versus Android 21, having a very fast 10k attacker is awesome. Now, we have 4 copies of the first crew member, Shugesh. So this one is 10k cantrip, basically. You play him, you draw 1, and he can also become 10k.
Correct. You just want to see it. You just want to play as many Bardock Crew cards as possible to help you with your awaken on the front side.
Gotcha. Then we have 4 copies of Fascia. So what's up with this one? What is this?
It's a discard, look top 5, and add a Bardock's Crew card to your hand. This just helps with the deck's consistency and gives you another name for your awakening on leader effect.
Yeah, as you can see, guys, deck is extremely consistent. And now we have... Yeah.
It was consistent in all games, apart from the one on stream where I saw no 1 drops.
And we also have... this Borgos. This Borgos, he sees still a good amount of play, even outside of this archetype. This one is very cool. Like, it's a counterplay, and for 1, and then you play it, and then you switch 7 or less to rest mode. And like you said, he can be 10k, and he's another name that you need to awaken.
And it gives you the draw on the backside on your leader effect. So it replaces itself in value completely when you use it.
Now, the one that's out of the archetype is Bardock Father and Son. So this is an old one from Draft Box. So how useful? When did you use this one, and how come you went with 2 copies? So I think 2 copies was enough, or just briefly comment on that.
2 copies has been enough. It's just quite consistent because it just allows you to trigger your leader effect to draw a card without spending any energy, and it works fantastic against token negates.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you can just rest cards.
Yeah, so you can play this guy, then you can play like the 3-drop Z Goku and still get a draw of leader effect.
Then we are reaching Apes. So, first off, 4 copies of Shugesh Saiyan Potential. Yeah.
It's a tap one. It's a tap 1 20k double striker with 3 more energy. It kills something on play as part of its activate main. And when you switch to rest mode by your leader skill, it withstands, basically making him a tap 1 KO2 draw card. So it's a mini. So it's a tool. So not tool. It's a Turles for 1 energy.
Awesome. Yeah, these monkeys are amazing. Plus they're very, very cheap to play. Because, yeah, speaking of which, 4 copies of Borgos, also 1 energy potential dual attacker.
The card can also rest something, which is like, because what I normally try to do the deck is I normally try to bait out a token negate with Shigesh. And once I use a token negate, I play Borgos and rest a token negate this week twice as a leader. Also, because the way its activate main is worded, it doesn't have to be switched to rest mode by opponent's skills. Meaning against yellow, if they can't power the Super Saiyan this unless they spend 2. They can't power the Super Saiyan almost if any skills unless they do it twice, which is just quite useful for the yellow mirror.
Gotcha. And then, okay, so the very standard 4 copies of Krillin Super Combo. You all know what this one does. It's the staple yellow super combo. Then we have some added defenses. 3 copies of Robotic Riposte. 2 Sins, because Sin is... if you have Sin, you play Sin. That's basically... this card is insane.
It's broken.
Yeah. Only 1 cooler. You think 1 cooler was enough, or would you be, considering the amount of aggro that you put out, would you be maybe increasing these to 2?
I played 2 cooler for ages because I have 2 different arts. I can tell which one I'm using, and I've never ever used the normal art of cooler. I always use the Senkai art of one, so I just know that 1 is always going to be enough for this deck.
Okay, and then we have your secret rare Isel Zeno. So, can you talk a bit about this?
I mean, against blue, it just allows you to stall out the game to just drop this card and just win it. Because what I did one game was like, I went first, and like it's turn 5, he baby hashed me. He baby hashed me. I cooler, then instantly used a cooler on the Apes on board to make sell, and plus who expects sell at this point?
Yeah, no one really expects sell at this point. He just steals games. Your overrealm is Secret ID. Because yeah, see, Secret ID ever since it came back is seeing a lot of play now. One of the best overrealms in the game. What's here then? Like 1 copy of Putin. I mean, considering how often you rest, this Putin gets a lot of value. I mean, it's a free play basically. With all the
also
rest.
broken. It's also broken off in my opinion, the best way to play is off the Borgos. Because you can rest 2 cards during their turn unless they have a card of power to play around the Putin.
Then we have Token Negate, 2 copies Freeze Army Reinforcements, 2 copies of Released from Evil, like a phenomenal card. Like Released from Evil is just amazing. Um, two tyrannical blows. So we're in extra cards now. One power of the Super Saiyan. And now let's talk about the newest promo. 3 copies of BARDOCK Saiyan Invasion. So, take it away. How good is this promo?
The promo is broken for this deck because it allows you to draw enough cards for having to run the Unison. And in this meta, the Unison can just get one over way too quickly and removed by Smoke Dragon or just aggroing it down. Its other 2 autos is if its second auto comes up occasionally. Like something really can quickly do is like if they swing into your Apes when they clear your board, you tap one, play this card. Because one of your Apes is KO'd against barrier for the turn. I don't think a similar case can happen for Force Auto. If they clear your board and you know that the final attack is left, you could tap one, play this guy, and just get 30k double striker for 1 energy.
Yeah, that's insane. This one really does a lot for a single energy. And the last card is 2 copies of Tora. Counter attack.
I haven't lost because I keep going back and forth on it, thinking about to remove it and what to remove it for. Is Floodgate never comes up in this deck. It's just a nigga that draws a card. I'm thinking about taking this out for Vegito. Floodgate.
The counter play Floodgate. Yeah, because you also have a Z leader here in this deck, so Vegito also gets, not super important, but like gets the extra value. Speaking of Z leader, let's check out the Z deck. So first off, the Z leader himself, 20k baseline for a single energy. This is awesome. So how useful was the Z leader?
The Z does win multiple games of leader swing because majority of people don't know that Bardock is a deck and they don't know that its leader has double strike. So the surprise factor giving the leader double strike is surprisingly good in the meta. It allows you to draw a card when you combo, which means you technically draw less when you're awakened, but you only want to Z awaken when you're going for game. It has the same effect as switching cards to rest mode. You kill something, we can kill 2 cards and negate the skills, which basically negates indestructible, and it's useful against decks that have sticky and annoying cards to move. And it has this activate battle just allows it to can just allow the card to be boosted up when it goes into battle, which is another way to just add power when you're going for game.
Gotcha. Yeah, awesome, amazing Z leader. Would have also forgotten completely that this deck has one. The rest is 1 copy of Gohan, 2 evolve the defenders, and just a single copy of Surmounting the Impossible. But yeah, the Z leader is a surprise. Finally, let's just jump into the side deck very briefly. We have 2 Mutaitos. This is for Gohan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else really.
2 Chi-Chis. 1 Majin Buu while Onslaught in the sideboard. So, in which matchups would you usually have you been siding him in? And in which matchups do you usually look for this extra pressure to grab the Buu?
Normally, it's just there for Hatch because I don't have any other A drops because the deck doesn't run any A drops by itself. So you just need a card that allows you to get an actual swing against Hatch.
Then we have 2 Koits, of course, 2 Gohans, once again for fighting green, discard, play, draw. Time Magics, 2 Final Flashes, and lastly 2 Flying Nimbus. So I see you're packing a lot of defense here. So usually when you side your this amount of like your negates, like the Floodgate, Time Magic, that's. Do you have a specific deck in mind that you're preparing and siding this for?
The Time Magic is just like is a staple. Honestly, I go back and forth on it between like that or some evil, depending on the matchup, if I see any game is more valuable or not. And Flying Nimbus is for black, because chances are because you try to go aggro, that sets up this Super Kamehameha early, so Flying Nimbus you can make that not an option, and still get a Floodgate off.
Awesome. So yeah, that's the deck, guys. So before we conclude, Harvey, do you have any shoutouts?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing this deck profile with us, guys. This is 16th place BARDOCK crew, Yellow BARDOCK crew. Now I'm pretty certain that Benda is gonna make another one in the next couple of sets. So
there's no blue BARDOCK at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.